I have more knowledge about the show Ninja Warrior than I think anybody else on the entire
Is that your
planet.
autistic obsession?
Yep. If you tell me any number between 1 and 30, I can tell you either exactly what happened in that tournament and all kinds of shit. Guaranteed. 22. Let's see. That was the tournament.
Just saw you. I'm not trying to be rude. I just looked at your phone case as you're sitting down.
Yeah.
What is, for people listening, what is your phone screensaver?
Oh, it's just me touching Shane. It's him touching my thumb, dude. Just like I'm never gonna wash it, dude. I never wash them anyway.
Well, this is the Hardly Working podcast where we talk to comedians about the formative jobs. But I think, can we talk about the how your week's been?
Sure.
This crowd is hungry for more retarded guys, and frankly, I don't think we've seen enough retarded guys. How about a retarded racist? Would you like to see that?
This next person could be one. I pulled it out of the bucket. It is the Kill Tony debut, I do believe, of Jacob Barr, everybody. Jacob Barr. Oh, my God. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Well.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Careful what you wish for.
What was did you think the episode would be as big as it was, or for
No.
Kill Tony, or like what was?
Well, I mean, I knew it would be huge because Shane and Adam were in like perfect character.
They were
to
ripping.
The point where like when I saw Adam, I genuinely thought it was Ric Flair. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, he did look like him.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, Ric Flair is here because they didn't tell me who was on, and I was a panicky. Oh, I'm always a panicky mess, so I was an extra. Yeah. And so I was an extra panicky mess, and I was like, can you guys please tell me who the guests are? The producers were like, no, we're not going to tell you.
That's very funny.
And I was like, please, I'm really scared. And then like even that Heidi girl walked by and she was hitting her vape. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's like a normal thing. I was like, barrier break. So I was like, can you tell me who the guests are? And she was like, haha, no. And I'm like, God damn it. No one's gonna help me.
All behind the curtain.
Yeah, all behind the curtain. I'm freaking out.
How did you feel about your interview? Like immediately after it happened?
I blacked out. I didn't, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I did an interview right after for I think it's called Kill Alley, and I'm worried I'm gonna sound real sad at it because I kind of blacked out and I didn't know how I did, and I just like couldn't really remember, and I just like I don't know. Maybe it's like a self-confidence thing, but like when I got out of there, I was just like I think I failed. I must have failed. I felt awful. I felt, dude, I got the, I don't know.
Every line you said was like a punchline. Like you were just like ripping through that interview, I thought.
Thank you. Thank God it turned out good. I'm so happy.
Do you remember the part where you yelled, I'm going to make all of you come?
Yeah. No, I don't see, I get to remember that now in retrospect, but I don't remember doing that. I was completely blacked out. I feel like if you zoom into my eyes in any of those shots, I'm just dead behind the eyes in fear. Like in excitement, in like a good way, but I was just so scared because like, I took a big risk coming down here. I dropped my summer classes. I came down here, and it was like I got picked. I thought I was going to shit my pants. And, like, I was like, this is my big break, and I'm going to shit my pants.
Because of Crohn's?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I
have ulcerative colitis.
Hey, fuck yeah, dude.
Gang.
Yeah, I shit my pants a few times a year, dude. I'm not even afraid to admit that. So I was worried. I was like, I'm gonna shit myself for sure, brother. I'm crowning up there. I shouldn't have done high kicks. Why did I do high kicks? I was almost shitting doing high kicks. But yeah, I don't remember any of it. So I got off of it, and I'm gonna be honest, I just felt like I failed. And then it came out. And I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like, I'm not a very emotional person, and I feel pretentious you'd say this, but like, I was just like crying watching it. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. And I was getting all these like messages from all my friends and family, and like my first grade teacher. And
really, they came out of the woodwork.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know, dude. I was just so emotional. I was just like crying. I was like, I felt like I did it, and I've never felt that way before. So it was fucking crazy. Best week of my life. I just have I'm just nothing but grateful, and like I just can't believe it. Yeah.
Well, this is Jacob Barr. I forgot to even say your name.
What's up?
We're having the hottest introduction.
Yeah.
Jacob Barr talking about his Kill Tony debut on their currently most viewed episode. Only been out for 5 days is crazy.
Right, dude.
Dude, well, congrats. I think you've done a lot with your viral moment, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. You've been doing comedy for 10 years?
Yeah, so I did the math wrong. I'm really sorry. I've technically only been doing it 9 years.
9 years?
9 years. I'm sorry, guys.
Give or take a year.
I did the math wrong. I've been doing it 9 years.
All good.
In Michigan. And
In Michigan.
in Toledo. Sorry, Toledo. A lot of clubs there.
A lot of great clubs in Toledo.
Yeah, we had too many clubs. That's why they all shut down. No one goes there.
Oh, really? That's very funny.
Yeah, when I started, we had 4 comedy clubs. No, we had 3 comedy clubs in Toledo.
Yeah.
And I just felt like a kid in a candy store because, like, I was a
4
child.
comedy clubs is so much.
Huh?
4 comedy clubs is so much.
Yeah, and they were selling cool, and they let me do the open mic, even though they'd make me leave right after. Like
because you're underage too?
Yeah, the first time I emailed.
I did the same thing. In Des Moines, when I started at 18, I'd go up, I'd do my set, and then I'd leave.
Yeah.
They would walk me out.
Feels kind of like punk rock, you know?
Dude, I know, right?
I remember the first time I ever emailed a comedy club, I was 14.
Yeah.
I emailed the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. Shout out Roger.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, I emailed Roger. Well, I mean, he probably didn't read it, but fucking, I like to think he did.
And he goes, this fucking guy.
Yeah, I was 14. I emailed him. I said, hello. I am 14, but I would still like to do the comedy open mic. My mom said she would sit in the audience too. And
you're like, I can bring.
Yeah. I was like, my mom was she was like, yeah, I could go sit in the crowd if you want to do it. And then they never emailed me back.
You were really like, I can pull people.
Yeah. I was like, I'm a bringer, brother. Hey, I'll start barking as a child labor.
Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about early jobs. I don't want to talk too much about comedy up top. We can get into it at the end
Sure.
if we devolve
Ask
into
me
it.
anything.
But so, I mean, what were some of your early jobs you had growing up?
So my first job.
Because you mentioned flipping burgers on the show.
Yeah. So
but did you do anything before that? Or?
Yeah. So my first job, I worked at a water park. I started working there when I was 17.
What were you? The buoy?
I was a janitor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do it on stage, but I like to say, I tried to climb the ladder the Goodwill Hunting method. I was like, all right, janitor, world famous comedian. I don't know.
Janitor, math problem, world famous comedian.
Exactly, dead.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Yeah, all in a week. And so I was a janitor and in a huge water park in Dundee, Michigan. Shout out Dundee, Michigan.
I love water parks.
Yep,
I like water parks more than I like theme parks.
Yeah, don't go that one. It was a horrible water park.
Oh, really?
It was completely employed by teenagers on acid.
Oh, yeah. And you.
Yep, and me. Yep. I was not on acid, but
You looked like it.
Yeah. A lot of people thought, if they were on acid, probably fun to
look
look
like
at.
You fell in a vat of acid.
Right. I bet if you're on acid, I'm probably really fun to look at. But
I don't know. I've never done it.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Give it a shot. This is a pro acid podcast.
Yeah, that's why I can't do psychedelics. I just look at my hands and I go, what the fuck, bro, for like 5 hours. But yeah, so I was a janitor and I cried a lot doing that job.
Why were you crying as a janitor?
Because, dude, like at the end of the shift, so during the shift, I just walk around, take out trash, clean windows, stuff like that. But at night, I got to clean the locker rooms.
Oh, no.
And ladies, what's the deal with women's locker rooms at the water park? There's blood and shit
hair
everywhere, dude.
They're the messiest.
Yeah. Not the rest of so the women's bathrooms in the actual hotels, very clean, very easy to clean. But the locker rooms,
the communal ones,
just I would walk in and cry, and then I would clean.
Dude, I was a camp counselor for years, and my first 2 years, I was a lifeguard at camp.
Oh, yeah.
So we're both lifeguards, gang.
No, not
both,
lifeguard.
Sorry,
Never got that certification.
Both worked, but we'd have to clean all the rest house, like all the bathhouses. Mm-hmm. And there was it was a Boy Scout camp, but there was 1 week where it was on a co-ed program, and the women's room was trashed. I was like, what the hell happened here?
Yeah, they got up to chaos in the locker room.
Just blood, hair, and shit. It is truly insane.
So I would clean that, and then I got promoted to the arcade.
And that would make you cry?
Huh? Yeah, I would cry. Yeah, I'd cry a lot. Because it's hard, dude. Look, I'm not great at mopping. Let me tell you.
Also, how old are you? Like 14?
17. 17 was my first job.
Never mind.
And it was my first job. My parents were pretty look, I'm not gonna lie and say I had a real tough childhood or anything, because I had a really easy childhood.
Yeah.
But my parents didn't really want me to get a job super early, because like they were, I don't know, I think they were worried I was just gonna break or something.
Oh,
so
really?
so that was my
Broken
first
by
job.
The world?
Huh?
Be broken by the
A
world.
little bit,
Yeah.
and like I wanted to do sports in high school, but sometimes like there would be like weird barriers in like doctors' offices and things, and
interesting.
so it kind of, I don't know, maybe it gave me a little bit of bubble boy syndrome where I was probably a little afraid of the world too, and
Oh, you?
yeah, for sure.
You're crying in bathrooms?
Yeah.
So, like, what did you see? And you're like, hair.
Hair, blood, and shit. But it was a huge. It was mostly because it was such a big locker room. Because I'd walk in and it'd be like blood, shit, and piss from 30 different old people.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's lots of clean. And so then I got promoted to the arcade. I really liked that. I did get harassed by children a lot.
The arcade sounds fun.
Yeah, I got a lot counting Tootsie Rolls, and
Nice.
it was fun. I got tipped a bit. And I then
At the arcade?
Yeah, at the arcade. Yeah, no, I got tipped because like sometimes parents would come in and they would overestimate the value of arcade prizes, and they'd be like a drunk dad would be like, if I gave you like $40, could my son get whatever he wants? I'm like, yeah. I'd be like, just so you know, though, these prizes are very cheap. You don't need to give me $40.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, just so he can make sure to get whatever he wants.
So that's called a bribe, not a tip.
Yeah, it was a bribe, yeah. I totally took a bribe. I'm like, because, dude, we used to sell fidget spinners.
You can lean towards camera if you want, by the way.
Oh, cool.
You can
Yeah.
cheek towards it.
Yeah, it's just
That's all
easier to
good.
hold.
Whatever. Yeah, sorry. Whatever you prefer.
No, yeah, just, but anyway. So, we had fidget spinners, and this was when the fidget spinners were super popular, and we sold them for, I think, 10,000 tickets, which would be the equivalent of $10. But I think you could get a fidget spinner at the gas station for like $1.50 at the time.
Yeah.
So we were.
That mania was fun.
Yeah. I literally watched kids spend all their birthday money like on tickets for prizes that they could have bought with a fraction of the money they bought the game card for. So like they had fun
along the way.
So ultimately it's fine and they had fun, but I can't lie. I did feel guilty being like, I definitely gave a lot of extra Tootsie Rolls. I was like, I was like a kid with the birthday hat. Like, this is all you want? You just want to take some extra Tootsie Rolls.
Take a few, dude.
Yeah, like I
fun.
I stole so much from that
This is
water
a fucked
park.
up question. Can you use a fidget spinner?
Not with one hand now, but
okay.
I can
I had to ask.
the thing I always wanted to try to do was try to spin it on the top of my nub, and I could never do it.
Oh, that'd be so
It'd be
sick.
sick though, right?
If you could do a basketball on top of the nub, that would be dope.
I'll keep trying. I'm trying to learn how to like dribble, like actually.
Oh, for real?
Because like I used to in gym class, I would actually get picked a lot in gym class whenever we'd play basketball because no one would make me dribble and no one would ever call me if I traveled. So like,
so cool.
I was just a cheat code, so I could essentially just like walk up to the thing every time and just put
Just
it in
shoot?
there.
Yeah.
They'd be like, let Jacob get all the way up and shoot from right under, you know?
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, dude, I had way more points than all those other fuckers.
Yeah, dude, you're a basketball phenom.
I'm fairly athletic. It's I guess, I mean, like, relatively.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm athletic for a ghoul. But
For a ghoul.
I'm athletic.
Is that what are your pronouns? I'm trying to think of what
Ghoul-ish.
Ghoul-ish, yeah.
My pronouns are ooh,
Ooh,
ah.
Yeah, you sexually identify as a ghoul in bed.
Yeah, dude, I'm very ghoulish. So like,
Yeah, he's a man in the streets, a ghoul in the sheets.
hey, but for a ghoul though, I'm in pretty good shape.
Yeah,
and
let the record show.
right, and yeah, I like exercising. I like fighting. I like exercising.
Fighting.
Yeah, I do kickboxing 3 times a week. I kickbox.
There's there's been attempted for a comedian kickboxing league in Austin.
Are you shitting me?
I'm literally last night we the 2 comics were talking, like they're starting it up. There's a comic who has like a kickboxing gym set up in his garage.
Bro, I swear to God, this goes out to anyone who fucking watches this.
There's also a comedian basketball league on Tuesdays, but that's like
I'll
pretty
pass on
competitive.
that. I'll pass on the basketball, but the kickboxing. Hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
Hear me out. If you can find me a guy who doesn't cut weight to 125 pounds, he has to naturally bulk. I am 117 pounds right now.
Whoa.
Right.
Are you putting out a challenge for a
I'm
fight?
always, dude. I put out a challenge on my Instagram like 10 times. This is very
And
redundant.
now in this corner,
Yeah, dude. So
fighting at 120 pounds.
they have to bulk up to 125. They have to be a ghoul too. If you can find me another ghoul like that, I'm confident I could beat up anybody in the world.
Yo,
I think if you
a ghoul kickboxing thing would be crazy.
Because I'm underrated, dude. If I'm allowed to wrestle, I'll fuck someone up. I know I'll fuck someone
Dude,
up.
Dana, Dana, are you listening?
Dana, I'm sorry
Dana.
for watching the fights illegally so much. I'll stop doing it. If you get me in there, let me fight that Hasbulla guy. That guy's way under 120. I could fuck that kid up.
Let me adjust the camera a little bit.
Yeah, just the camera.
Ultimate Fighting League, more like I'm missing. I'm going 0 for 2 here.
Ultimate fat cock.
Okay,
That's me, brother.
That's you. The ultimate one.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I would pay to see that. I love that you're so into it.
It's my dream. I tell people this like whenever.
Would you ever like join like a micro wrestling crew?
No, because I have you
would destroy them.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, that would be fucked up.
You know, I respect micro fighting, but I ain't micro. I'm just a little guy. I'm not micro, but I'm a little guy.
He's massive.
So if I find another little guy, I'll fuck him up. Yeah, it's just like a weird side dream. Like if all the dominoes were to fall into place and I get everything that I want in my life, one of those things that I want is to knock somebody the fuck out in front of some people so I could show everyone.
Just so cool.
Yeah, that cripples can, that like if I, work hard and exercise just because I look like this, I can fuck someone up.
Dude, this is a powerful story.
Thank you.
This could be like, if comedy doesn't work out, motivational speakers in the future for your fighting career.
God, here's the thing. I do a lot. This sounds so pretentious. I do motivational speaking sometimes at colleges.
I didn't know that.
Sometimes colleges will hire me to do disability advocacy, and they like hiring me because my talks are not like, "What's up, everybody? I got bullied. I'm sad. Let's treat handicapped people good."
Yeah.
It's like, here's my story. I wasn't bullied. I had a lot of friends. I went homecoming king. Looks can be incredibly deceiving, and
you're a hell of a fighter.
Yeah, so it's like different types of advocacy, like because I think like people have a lot of pre-distinguished looks on like anyone who looks remotely handicapped.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people who are handicapped who are struggling a million times more than me. My life's been easy as shit.
You're not a sob story.
No, I don't want to.
I've never gotten that from you though.
Thank you.
Because even when we met in Chicago, I was like, oh, this guy's just funny. He's at Zany's. He's clearly doing well. I've never gotten like sob story.
Yeah. I'm sad. Don't get me wrong. I'm a sad boy.
I'm sad too, but that's just in my own head.
Right. But the things that I'm sad about aren't my disability. Honestly, if I didn't have these fucking hands, I would be a piece of shit. So it's a win-win. Sorry.
Okay. So I love that, man. I love that for you. That's very funny. I love how you know who you are as a person. You're like
change tomorrow. I'll think I'm gay or something. I don't know.
Oh well, please don't. I mean, do whatever you want. Live your best life.
I've kissed a lot of fellas. I like it. I prefer kissing women, but I like kissing guys.
I haven't really kissed a lot of dudes in my life.
You should try it. It's good. Feels like home.
Never wanted to.
All right.
Okay. So what did you do after the arcade in a dramatic transition of events?
Yeah. So I got promoted again to escape room.
You were the final boss?
Yep, the final boss.
I'm sorry, that was me.
The escape room. So I do a bit. It's one of my favorite bits to do on stage because the escape room was rigged. You could not win the escape room because if you won, you got your money back. They don't do it anymore, so I don't think I can get in trouble. I won't say what it was, but if you Google Michigan Water Park,
with an escape room, I can't imagine there's a lot of them.
Yeah, right. Not a lot.
In Dundee, Michigan.
Yeah. The guy who designed it, for the record, was a friend of mine. Real nice guy. He designed it really well and rigged it well. And
that's very funny.
So people going into escape rooms. People won. It was rigged so you shouldn't win, but sometimes people did win, because people are stupid and they do things unintentionally. And
that's very funny.
So we do an escape room, and if you're not doing well, you're supposed to get hints. So I would just give people fake hints.
No.
And I would just lie.
You really are a bad person.
Yeah, dude, that's the worst thing I did. But honestly, it made me feel good because at that point, I've been working at that job and getting bullied by children and white trash families for a year. I was like, I'm going to ruin this vacation 100%.
I love that for you.
Yeah. So I worked there for a while. Then
you weren't born a monster. You became one.
I became, the darkness molded me. Yes, the darkness molded my pale skin.
Huge.
Then I graduated high school. I got a job. Well, when I first went to Toledo, I didn't work for a while. I was just doing stand-up.
Did you go to college in Toledo?
Yeah. I was a Toledo Rocket 2 years.
What years?
2016 to 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
okay, nice. Matt Campbell, thank you. He was the coach of the Toledo Rockets. Came to Iowa State.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what's up. Go Rockets.
Yeah, dude. I'm a huge Rockets
fan.
I
hated going there. not because of the school. The school was great. I lived alone. It was a dumb decision.
Oh no, you can't do that in college.
Yeah,
man.
yep.
I'm sorry.
I was afraid, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, I get that.
The only time, it's just really fucked up. The only time I've ever been bullied was that freshman year of college because I lived alone because I was afraid of like my stomach and like being gross and freaking people out.
Did you have like a colostomy bag or?
No, I just have a lot of stomach issues. So like
really?
my
Okay.
bathroom habits are really annoying, and I get
Gotcha.
sick a lot, and I get worried about it, and I just didn't want to create a weird situation with a roommate. So I thought I was doing the right thing by living alone, but it completely alienated me. People put trash under my door and would fucking bang on my door in the middle of the night and wake me up. And
That's annoying.
yeah, so it was like me.
Well, in college, like you can find like 4-bedroom, 4-bath.
Right. Yeah. So I literally had a whole dorm room to myself. So I think people were mad at that, and that's fair. And maybe they weren't doing it personally. My friends tried to, reassure me, be like, people are dumb in college. They were just fucking around. But it's like, since they weren't my friends and I didn't know them, it felt personal. One time when
I feel that can get in your head.
yeah, dude. One time when I was out of my dorm room, I forgot to lock my door. And then when I came home, someone had come into my dorm room and just dumped a bunch of like Doritos bags on my ground. And I was like, yeah, maybe if I knew Jack, I'd think Reverse Garbage Man is a fun game to play. But I didn't know who it was, so it just hurt a lot.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That feels like someone just walked into the wrong room, was shocked, and then left.
Yeah.
But it could also be a malicious terrorist attack.
At least a full bag of chips, dude.
I mean, hey, you could have swept it up a little bit.
Right. It was anyway. So I didn't like that. So, but then I moved to Ann Arbor and I got a job.
Screw Toledo.
Yeah. No, it wasn't their fault.
Nah, shout out.
I was immature and poorly.
Can I tell you
developed.
something?
Yes.
When I was in Toledo, I've traveled through Toledo before.
Yeah.
When I was there, I think maybe it was just the part of town I was in, but we drove through Toledo. They had like 4 or 5 adult video stores or adult bookstores, and I was like, what is the demand in Toledo for like just smut books?
Well, in
just
the
porn.
immortal words of David Crumbly, who's a Toledo legend comedian.
Toledo legend.
Toledo legend Dave Crumbly. Here
it is. The
he
big
just
quote.
loves a good porn shop. Toledo loves a good porn shop. And
Is that a known thing?
yeah, no. So here's the thing:
Because
Toledo.
I observed it and I thought it was crazy for years. I would think that people every time someone would say Toledo, which has come up a handful of times. Every time I think to myself, why do they have so many porn shops,
Dude, and you ever noticed like the porn shops that we have in Toledo never get any form of maintenance? Like they look like shacks from the 1920s.
Yes. Whoa, are you serious?
Yeah, they never get any advancement, no new
Dude,
paint.
I literally
but
thought
it
you were
doesn't
gonna-
matter because business is good. Business is good. They're like, why would we fix the windows? They come here for porn. We give them porn.
Yeah, dude, that's so crazy. Okay. I literally thought you were going to be like, you're crazy. I've never noticed that. It's a known thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember and they all had like broken windows, but I was like, I think this place is still open.
Yeah, no, it was 100% open. It probably, if you probably
What?
walked in, it was probably packed in there, dude. You're like, these windows broken? No, it's
shoulder to
packed.
shoulder like a concert.
Right, dude. Everyone's here for the new Abella Danger release, you know? Yeah, everyone's here. Yo, we gotta get. Yo, the new fleshlights are in, brother. We
The
gotta.
new models are in.
Yeah.
Yo, you got the Flesh-tastic 5000.
Yeah, dude, this one's got a real gaping
Dude,
asshole.
it
in
was so weird. Yeah, there was so many. I just remember like walking or like just like driving through Toledo, being like, "This isn't right." The only other place that was like that was Huntington, West Virginia, had in like so many like pop-up casinos, pop-up gentlemen's lounges, and they were all built out of like trailers. They were like converted trailers on the side of like the road leading to downtown. It was like gentlemen's lounge, and I was like, well, what? I mean, that room's big enough for like 2 strippers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they weren't like real strip. I mean, they were strip clubs, but it was like Stacy's Lair, and like Huntington, West Virginia, probably had like 20. And I was just like, what is the economy of this town?
Hey,
where
it's the industry of love, brother. That's what you got to realize is Toledo people, we love us Toledoites. We love hugging. We love
hugging.
getting close to each other. We love taking our clothes off and getting real close. And, we like to cultivate culture in Toledo that promotes naked hugging.
We love that.
And whether that's porn, strip clubs, Jack
It is
Shacks, where you just go jack off or whatever.
So cool.
Good. It's good. It's good for business. It's good for Toledo. We love it.
It's good for the economy.
Yeah, it's good for
All
America.
Right. Well, I'd vote for you for mayor of Toledo on that fucking
Thank
note
you.
right away. So did you have any jobs in college or after college?
Yeah. So those were the last.
Yeah.
That was the last year I was unemployed.
Yes. Did you graduate?
I did, not from Toledo. So I transferred to Eastern Michigan. I started living in a cooperative house. Shout out Harold Osterweiler Cooperative House.
Dude, shout out.
Shout out. Those were the
what up?
first. That was the first time I ever lived with people. And
Before it was all ghouls.
Before, dude, because like when I was a kid, I was basically an only child. My sister was like 13 years older than me, and my brother was dead. So, oopsies. Anywho,
Just so casual.
Yeah, just so casual. I don't got time. He was my twin. He was a baby. He was.
You ate him in the womb.
Whole thing. That's why
Yeah.
I'm a real strong guy. Anyway,
I was supposed to be a twin too.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? Small
Yeah.
world. Wait, did your twin make it out?
No.
Mine made it out. Mine
Oh.
got my brother got 3 months in the trenches before they called him up.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
That's so fucking dark.
That's so
My
dark.
mom would be mad. I'm saying
They
that.
think I just
Whatever.
absorbed them. They think
Yeah, I didn't know. He got
Yeah.
out. He got out the womb, just not.
Shut out.
We were some mushy babies, let me tell you. And
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, dude. We were all
You?
we were all fucked up, dude. Oh my
You?
god. Yeah, actually shout out to my anatomy teacher, Nan Richards, who one time she asked me, she was like,
you really fucked her up with anatomy.
yeah, she has a really dry sense of humor. Just notice we have this relationship. I was not upset by this. This made me laugh so hard.
Okay.
She asked me, she was like, Jacob, when did your mom give birth to you? And I was like, I think like 42 or 43. And she's like, oh, that explains everything.
Oh, your mom was 43 years old?
Yeah.
So you have older parents then?
Yeah.
They're in their like
My
late
dad-
60s?
Yeah, my dad is 72 and
Whoa.
my mom is 66. I don't know. I
Whoa.
couldn't say, but they're around then. But
Rawr.
yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry, I got a tangent. I lived in a cooperative house. It was the best. It was so much fun. I finally got to have roommates, and like, I did so much social development in like those 6 months.
Really?
Finally have it, dude. I had lived with 15 people. I had to be social all the time.
I love that.
Yeah, I had to figure it out. I just ripped the Band-Aid off, and they were the best friends of my whole life. And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean that's that's not a weird thing to say. I've met a lot of amazing people, but like they were such great, and I did a lot of social development. And I feel like such more full of a person
A
now.
changed man.
Yeah, dude. And I started getting way more work in comedy the second I started living there. I got laid for the first fucking time. Yeah, it turns out all you need to do is live with 15 people, and then you're like, okay, I guess I can talk to girls now. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Someone's got to.
When you have to do
She thought it was your roommate.
Right.
she was like, damn.
Dude, you really get over being awkward around women when you have to do laundry in the same house as a woman, where you're like, I don't want to be even 0.001% creepy.
Yeah.
So like I'm going above and beyond to develop socially at that point.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you can't be the weird.
Yeah, dude, I can't be like, yeah, hey, I moved your underwear. I didn't sniff them or anything. I just moved them. You know? Like,
Yeah, although my arms are smaller, so they were closer to my face than the average man.
yeah, when I picked them up to make sure they were yours, they had to get real close.
It was just by the nature of my. I mean, I could. Yeah, the aroma was there, but it wasn't like an intentional. I didn't increase the rate of inhalation.
I have a really bad sense of smell, but I got real close, and then I was able to tell for sure.
One sec. I'm gonna reset the camera real quick.
So then I started flipping burgers a little bit at the dining halls of U of M.
Huge.
And I did a lot of jobs there. I swiped meal cards. I met Sasha Obama a couple times.
Well, did she go to school there?
Yeah, for a little bit.
At
Not
Eastern
for too long.
Michigan?
Not for too long. Look, I'm not trying to clout chase. I met her maybe.
Sasha Obama's clout chasing you right now. I bet.
Boy, I swiped
I bet
her.
she's telling her dad. She goes, dude, you know episode Kill Tony this week? I know him.
I
He would
served
swipe
her.
my card. Wink, nudge.
I served her tater tots.
Ooh.
I served the former president's daughter tater tots, and I was not a good cook, so
Damn.
she probably didn't like them. But she went there a couple of times. I saw her. It was really cool, and I really loved that job. I've gotten really lucky. Most of the jobs I've had, I've either loved the people
Yeah.
or I've loved the actual job. I worked at Target. I had to quit Target. Apparently, I could have sued Target. This is maybe kind of a
really?
juicy story.
You
I did
had
that
a
TED.
case?
Yeah, you know, I did that TED talk.
You made me introduce you as a show once. You had done a TED talk.
Yeah, so I did.
I didn't know you actually had a TED talk.
Yeah, I did. I did a TED talk, and the reason I did it was I got fired from Target. Well, no, technically I left. I was having a lot of horrible health problems at work, and they were horrible to me about it. They thought I was smoking crack. They wanted me to get drug tested, and I was like, I have a stomach condition. I'm not high on crack. I have to shit.
Yeah.
That was it, brother. So I quit, and then according to everybody I talked to, they were like, the ADA probably would have wanted to know about that one, but whatever. And then I'm a social worker, and I work with the homeless, and I love that. So that's the best job I've had.
Well, come to Austin. There's plenty of them here.
Yeah, the homeless here are really friendly. I love my job working with the homeless. Unfortunately, ethically, I cannot say too much.
No, you shouldn't. You
but
don't have to. This is mainly about formative jobs. You don't have to get into it if you don't want.
Right, but what I can say about it is I love it. It's really fun, and I almost got murdered a couple times. That's fun.
By homeless or at Target?
Oh no, just by by my clients.
Your clients.
But it's fine.
I love. That is the correct term to use, by the way.
Yeah.
Clients.
I've almost been murdered by a client.
Do they make you say unhoused?
No.
Yeah, well, I don't think that was a weird thing that came and went. People were like, you have to say unhoused. I think everyone was like, it's the same thing.
Honestly, when I've tried to use that word around some of my clients, some of them are offended and they feel like it's kind of condescending.
It does.
To be like, yeah, we are homeless. We don't have homes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, unhoused and homeless literally like mean the same. I mean, it's the same like words, just.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people who
it felt literally more pretentious of a way of saying it.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, one time in my social work program, I referred to myself as disabled, and they told me not to do that. They told me to say that I was differently abled. And I was like,
oh, God.
Well, you guys used to just call me retarded, so we can just go with disabled. Disabled's fine.
Disabled's fine. Yeah.
Right. I was like, you used to use worse 2 years ago, but now, but now I'm differently abled. Okie dokie.
This is whatever. The R word has come back. People are saying it like crazy.
I shouldn't say it, but it's just like
they say no, dude. My mom says it. She works with special needs kids. I shouldn't say that. She might listen to this episode.
Look, here's the thing. I fall into such a weird gray area with that word where like.
Oh, dude, you've earned it, dude.
I technically am neurodivergent. I have alexithymia. That's technically neurodivergence.
Neurodivergent, the second N word.
Yeah. And come
on now.
My body is completely fucked up. So I don't know. No one's ever been able to fight me to say that I can't say it. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't say it.
People are saying retard like crazy nowadays, dude.
Yeah, Shane said retard like 100,000 times before he even met me.
Literally, before he met you.
Hell, Shane arguably used the word retarded to change my life. Do you know how weird that is? My mom hated the show.
He said it 3 times and he summoned you. It was like Beetlejuice.
It was like...
Shane goes, retard, 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 and then you appear.
Right. I owe it to the word... I owe so much to the word retarded. It changed my life.
Wow, it changed your life for the better. If it wasn't for that word, you wouldn't be the man you are today.
Yeah, dude. I owe it to all those kids who threw it at me.
You wouldn't be able to sell tickets at clubs at the Detroit House of Comedy like you are now.
Here's the thing, dude. In high school, everyone called me cripple, but like I liked it. Teachers, like, that's a misconception.
Crippled's kind of a fun word.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like structurally, I think you get the cuh sound. Yeah. And then ipple like nipple is funny.
Dude, and it's like a new slur nice to people ending. Because it was in my senior paper. I mentioned that in a podcast before, but like, keep in mind, I was not mad about this. I
Crippled is objectively a fun word.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Teachers thought it was weird that people called me that, but I thought it was funny.
So's goon. Yeah. Goon is also structurally.
Yeah, it's fun. But so even in our senior paper, my nickname was Cripple. And it's like, that was in the paper.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I should have brought it with me. It's funny.
Well, if you're on board, they're on board.
Yeah, they're on board. Yeah, and I loved it.
Your homecoming came. Were you like so you mentioned you do sports. Was it like cross country? What activities?
No. So I never did sports officially. I just liked a lot of my friends were athletes, and
gotcha.
I just really liked wrestling. That was the thing.
Really?
That was my big thing. I always.
Oh, Michigan and Ohio. That is like wrestling. I mean, I'm from Iowa too, so it's like Michigan, Ohio.
Yeah, our high school was a huge wrestling school.
Florida and Oklahoma, I feel like, are like the 5 like main wrestling states.
Right. Yeah, and I loved it. And I never went out for the team or anything because, it was a weird thing where the school necessarily didn't like when I showed interest in sports, and also I was scared of getting sick. So
yeah,
the alternative was I just liked wrestling with all my friends, and I loved being athletic, and I liked moving around and feeling strong and stuff. But yeah, I never went out for the team or anything.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I did wrestling and I quit in like the 3rd grade because I did a match and it was me versus like a very, very far on the spectrum autistic kid. And he destroyed me, dude. Just destroyed me. And my parents were like, that was very kind of you. And I was like, I was trying my hardest. They were like, what? And I was like, I wanted so bad to beat that kid. And they were like, are you serious right now? And I was like, I'm going to play basketball. I'm going to play basketball. That was the one where I was like, I better grow up to be tall. I started stretching every day.
Yeah, I never actually played sports. I still have this obsession. I'm making videos about it on my Instagram, but I'm obsessed with American Ninja Warrior my whole life. I've been obsessed with it.
Dude, for real?
When I was a kid, I used to watch the show Ninja Warrior, like the Japanese show.
Yeah.
I have more knowledge about the show Ninja Warrior than I think anybody else on the entire
Is that your
planet.
like autistic obsession?
Yep. If you tell me any number between 1 and 30, I can tell you either exactly what happened in that tournament and all kinds of shit. Guaranteed. 22. Let's see. That was the tournament right after Levi Muenberg fell on the salmon ladder. So that would have meant Makoto Nagano, stage 4. He got pretty high up. He never beat it. But that was, I think, the last time he made it to stage. No. I'm sorry. That was wrong. Sasuke 22, Yujiro Urushihara, final stage. Next tournament, Makoto Nagano makes it to the final stage. It was the last time he ever made it to the final stage out of all 42 seasons.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Can you tell me one more so I can get on the die? I feel embarrassed.
Can we do 7? Can we do 7?
7, so that would have been 3 after Kazuhiko Akiyama's first Kanzen Seihas. So that would have been Makoto Nagano's first visit to the final stage. That would have been the first time he got to the final stage. He made 4 consecutive appearances on the final stage in a row, but it did not start there.
No way.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why I know that. I don't know why I can remember all this, but I was really into like looking at all like the spreadsheets of the seasons. So I just remember all of it.
For real?
Yeah, and a lot of it was based on like, so there's like a bunch of these guys were my heroes. Like Makoto Nagano, I think is like such a cool. Like,
all of these names to me, by the way, they sound like the exact same name.
Yeah, well, a lot of Japanese names. But it's like this show's so inspiring to me because like it ruined people's lives. So the main guy in the show, Mr. Ninja Warrior, Katsumi Yamada. I talk a lot about him on my Instagram page.
Dude, your following is gonna love you and then hate you.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, and so Katsumi Yamada competed on almost every season of Ninja Warrior.
Nice.
They do a tournament a year.
Yeah.
And it's a big deal. It's a big deal in Japan.
Huge.
It was a big deal in America for a long time until the main guy from American Ninja Warrior diddled some kids. Oopsie daisy. He was my hero. I cried. I swear to God, I cried the day I found that out.
He was your Jared from Subway.
Yeah, dude. He literally was.
I used to love sandwiches. Now I can't even look at them.
Yeah, dude. Now I can't even look at a cock. And I can't even look at a giant dick. And
I just think of Jared.
I just think of Jared Fogel's foot-long giant penis.
Good for him.
Anyway, Ninja Warrior, Katsumi Yamada, he never won. He made it the furthest he ever did in the show's history in the 3rd season.
Yeah.
He never repeated that success, never won. By season 12, he never made it past the first stage.
Yeah.
He lost his wife and kids.
Oh,
he lost his job. He
Dear
gave
Lord.
up everything for this. And that that story really resonated with me because like
You were also a ninja.
yeah, and because I also pursue obstacles that are pointless and ruin my life. Because it's like when I was a kid, my biggest goal was I wanted to see if I could do the monkey bars.
Yeah.
I tried all the time to try. All my friends had normal arms and they could fucking do and they could hang from stuff. And no matter how many push-ups I did, or no matter shit, I could never hang from anything. And my pursuit of it, probably can't see it on camera, but I have a horrible scar on my wrist because I tore my wrist open.
Oh, wow.
Trying to learn how to do it. And I realized it was one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's good to overcome obstacles, but like sometimes obstacles are dumb and you can pick a different obstacle.
Yeah, a more meaningful one.
Right. The monkey bars, I have a permanent scar because I want to do the monkey bars. It's stupid.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
That's powerful, man.
Thank you.
That's a
Katsumi
beautiful
Yamada,
story.
quit. It's over, brother. You're 61. You're not going to win.
No, dude. Start using steroids and taking testosterone.
Makoto Nagano was the GOAT. Yuji Arushihara was one of my favorites. Levi Muhlenberg from Michigan, shout out. Was the first American to ever beat the first stage in a Ninja Warrior course. Actually, if it wasn't for Levi Muhlenberg, you would not have American Ninja Warrior.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
beautiful.
You want to know what he does now? He grows mushrooms.
That's so sick.
He doesn't even do parkour anymore.
I'm happy that he's happy.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm happy that he's happy.
I know where you live. I know where you fucking live, Levi.
Okay.
I swear to
This
God.
has turned into a threat.
I swear to God, I
is a
know where
threat.
you live. Get back on the monkey bars, Levi. Get back on the monkey bars.
Damn it, Levi.
You can do it. You can still win. I don't care if you're 40. You can beat the course. You can
Jacob,
still do it. Sorry,
Jacob,
I'll stop.
before I get noise complaints,
Sorry.
because we are doing this episode on my couch. By the way, if it's your first time watching the show, we do every episode's at a different location. This time we're doing my couch because I'm lazy. Jacob, do you have anything you want to plug? Anything? Where can people find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me at Guy with the Hands on everything. If it's not that, it might be Kid with the Hands, and I didn't change it because I'm old now. So
You're an adult.
I'm a guy now. So it should be Guy with the Hands. If it says Kid with the Hands, please tell me
Do you have
before
a
someone makes fun of me.
website? Any upcoming shows?
Yeah, so I'm headlining the Detroit House of Comedy August 2nd. It's my first ever big headline show at a comedy club. I'm freaking the fuck out.
You've
Please come
headlined
by
smaller
tickets.
shows before,
Oh,
though,
yeah,
right?
yeah. No, I've headlined
Yeah.
chuckle fuck bars in the middle of nowhere for the past decade. But this will be my first headline show at an actual comedy
Please
club.
get tickets.
Please get tickets. I'm going to do magic tricks. I'm going to do all kinds of goofy shit. There's going to be music cues. We're going to have a blast, man. I'm going to go all out. I'm so fucking excited.
Hell yeah. Bye.
Dude, thank you. That was a blast.
That rips, dude. That rips.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
gosh,
gosh.
a few good seconds.
There's a million hot moments in that fucking episode.